And let's control paste one more, and this time it's going to be a variable set. Variable set, where's our run angle? There it is, run angle. And let's set this to be the function camera yaw of player, camera yaw of player 1. Good. And you'll see why this is later. And copy paste. Next thing we want to do is a unit. This is just another cleanup thing here. Unit issue order to unit. There we go. Order Dark Templar to, and click the bracket here to order with no target. We want to order targeting a point, and we want to turn. Good. I'm making him face exactly where the camera is right now just to start it off. Turn, targeting point, and we want to do function point with polar offset. Polar is good for doing sort of angle stuff, degree stuff, rather than just x, y coordinates or like specific map coordinates. And you'll see in a second why it's so nicely useful. Turn targeting point, and the point will be unit position of our Dark Templar. And offset by, you can make this number whatever you want, it's just got to be something greater than 0. So offset by 1.0 is fine. And towards, and we just make it our run angle. So now he will be turning to the direction of our run angle. That's what this does basically. And then let's copy paste, and this, now let's do the boss bar stuff. UI, where is it? Display boss bar. I really should just search for it instead of scrolling. Display boss bar 1 with title HP. Okay, and portrait. Oh, I already clicked it by accident. Portrait, let's search for dark. And there it is right here. Okay, with value conversion, convert real to integer, function unit property, value Dark Templar, that's good. Maximum life current for all players. You could change that to convert player. Well, I guess I will do it instead of just saying it, convert player to player group, and just make that 1. And then copy paste. And the last action we're going to do in here is a set the boss bar. Set boss bar 1, 2, Dark Templar, do refresh the boss bar. So that's good. And the order of these is actually specific. You need to display it before setting it for some reason. Anyways, next thing we're going to do is make a new trigger, and this will be called cam right start. And so this is when the right mouse is pressed down, and we're going to go new event. I think it's UI. Mouse clicked, there we go. Player, any player. You could change that to player 1, but I'm just going to leave it as any player because this is a 1-player map right now. Clicks the right mouse button down, and we need one local variable, no conditions. New, new element, there we go. And the local variable is going to be the click point, and this is for attacking, involving our little region here. You'll see how it works in a second. This is just some sort of workaround I had to come up with to give it sort of the World of Warcraft where you right click a unit and your guy will attack it. Anyways, so and this is a point. Okay, and let's go straight to actions now. And let's set the variable, set variable click point. Click point. Set click point to equal, and this is something so random that I happened to discover, which saved the day in terms of attacking, is that point from XY, and then you can go here, and under unit for some reason you can do mouse clicked world position X. I don't know why it's under unit, but it is. And mouse clicked world position Y. So if I'm playing in my World of Warcraft camera here, and I'm rotating around, and then I want to right click this guy here, this this trigger will give us those X and Y coordinates back and put this click point there. And then what we do, copy paste, and then what we do here is go to region, and then we just move this little circular region onto that point, onto click point. So now if we clicked here in game, this little region would be moved to this point here, secretly without the player knowing. And then let's do a new action. Where's if? General if. There we go. If then else. And we want to do if new condition. If let's see, what do my notes say? Comparison, definitely comparison. And I believe it is a unit group count. Number of units in unit group. There we go. Number of living units in, and I think it's units in region matching condition. And any units in, and now is where we pick our little region. So we check if there's any units where the player clicked. So this region will have moved over here if we clicked here, and now we're going to check if there's any enemy units there, so that we can order to attack, and if not, then we don't do anything. So any units in region 001, which I should have probably renamed, but I didn't, owned by, and player 15, because 15 is our Zerg evil enemy player, hostile player, with at most any amount, and then we just go is greater than or equal to 1. So if there's one or more enemy units in this little tiny circular region, then our guy will go attack there, which I'm going to set up in a second. And the size of this can really depend, because if you make this too small, if the player clicked right here and they thought they clicked attack and your guy doesn't go, they're going to be disappointed. But if you make it too big, they might go attack this guy. So you got, I think 1.75 was a good size. But anyways, so if it's greater than 1, if there's an enemy unit there, we are going to order our guy to go attack. Issue order, good. Order, where's our guy? Dark Templar. 2, and click the bracket here. Attack targeting unit. And let's pick attack. Attack DT. To attack, and then here we just pick random unit from unit group, and let's go random living unit from, and let's pick units in region matching condition. Any units in region 1, our little circle, owned by player 15. This is sort of repetitive of our if condition up here, but this is just to make him actually pick the target unit. Anyways, so matching, that's good, with at most any amount, and that's good. And no else conditions, we just don't want him to do anything if there's no units there. And then let's go a new action outside of our if statement, and let's do a trigger, turn trigger on, and we're just going to leave this blank for now because I haven't made that trigger yet that I need. And camera, lock camera, mouse relative mode, where is it? There it is. Lock camera mouse relative mode for player 1 on. So this will let you move the camera around. And copy paste. And we want to do another camera thing. And we want to turn camera mouse rotation. For player 1, we want it to turn on. So now that when the player holds down the right mouse button, it's going to check if they were trying to attack something. And if they weren't, it's not going to do anything. And then it's going to go and do these things. And why don't we make this trigger? It's not supposed to be current trigger. Why don't we make the trigger that it's supposed to be turning on? New trigger. And this is going to be called unit facing with cam right. And by right I mean right mouse.